Gaffer, thanks for joining us post-match. Plenty to unpick from that one, but I suppose most importantly, the first mark in the wins column this season.
Yeah, it was obviously a really important win for us. Back-to-back away wins now, so we were aware that it wasn't going to be an easy task ahead of us. But I was really pleased with how we played, and going a goal down, we showed a lot of character to respond to that, and continue to do what we do and not change. And that was a really pleasing part because it's not an easy situation. But we could have scored a few more goals, and I thought we were by far the better team and the most dominant team.
Victory, of course, but if you could sort of briefly break it down, maybe what you liked and what you didn't like.
Yeah, I think I like the fact that we were brave, courageous. We were good with the ball. We built up from the back well, nice and calmly, and brought the ball forward. And then it was a case of looking to really attack their defensive line and create chances. And we generally did that quite well. We could do a little bit better. Obviously, the goal that we conceded was a little bit frustrating because it was a kind of a counter attack, which a few little positions were wrong on that. But fine, that happens. But yeah, I think in the main for us, it's about building momentum with how we play. We don't want to change when things get tough. We want to do it even better. So and I thought the players did that.
We hope Alfie May will deliver some fine finishes this season, but there's certainly value in his predatory instincts.
Definitely, that's ultimately that's why we signed him, because he scored goals in this league, and he did that last week, and he's done it again today. So yeah, he read the sort of bounce of the ball and managed to get his foot on it and scored, and was involved in the Willumsson goal as well. So he's a dangerous player, but more importantly than that, he works hard. And I don't want players that just are there just to get the glory or score goals. They have to work for the team, and he does that.
Luke Harris, given his first league start today and got the go-ahead goal, came down this touchline just beside us. From your perspective, could you talk us through it?
Yeah, I thought it was an exceptional goal. We've won the ball. I think it was from a goal kick, but we've managed to switch the play to Yaki, and he was very, very dangerous in his 1v1. And the way that Luke arrived in the box, it's one of those things where it's easy for sort of those attacking midfielders to stay out of the box in those examples and sort of wait for maybe a ball back and to shoot, but to actually arrive in a finishing zone and to deal with the ball like he did on his left foot, because it was just off the ground, and to angle it in, I thought it was a top finish, and he made a lot of distance to get there. So what I love about Luke is how much he runs, how much he works. He's a player that he never stops, and that's the type of energy that I want in the team, and I was really happy for him to get a goal, because that's what he is, he's a goal scoring midfielder.
And the creator, Yaki, it looked like we might see him midweek, but that didn't quite materialise. He came on with a good sort of 35 minutes to go today and really showed his quality with that assist.
He did, yeah. I mean, it's welcome to England type of thing. You're in away from home, and it's never easy. But I thought he came and looked really bright. He looked sharp, and ultimately for these guys at the top end of the pitch, it's about decisive moments. It's about goals and assists, really, and for him to contribute in that way gives him real confidence, and people can get a glimpse of what he can do. But he's so young, and he's still going to be adapting to a big change in his life. So we'll support him to do that.
You spoke about relishing selection headaches and the value of substitutes late on in games. Willum Willumsson comes on, plunders in the third in quite style. Yeah,
I think that's really important. The style of play that we have, it's going to wear the opposition down. There's a consequence to us sort of having the ball for long periods as well, and that's usually that the closing stages we're in a good physical shape to push on. So, and that's pretty normal with all teams that try to dominate the ball. So at that point, you really need threats on the pitch. So the depth is important. Willum coming on today hasn't trained a lot in the last sort of week or so, but came on and did very well.
As it turned out, that proved very critical to the outcome and going home with 3 points. And then your side showed some real resilience in what was going to be 6 minutes of added time, but it turned into about 12, I think.
Yeah, again, I think there were things happening today that do confuse me a little bit in terms of the timings and everything else like that we're going to have to put up with ultimately, because we're a scalp for every team this season, and we're just going to have to accept that it's going to be a little bit like that. But I was very disappointed to concede the second goal. I think 3-2 doesn't reflect the game at all, and we could have done a little bit better on that one, of course. But yeah, then you have to think about digging in and seeing a game out away from home. Wycombe, good team, and especially at home, not easy. So then it's about character, and it's about being sort of calm in those moments and just doing what you need to do, and they did that.
Finally, jam-packed sort of period with 3 games in 8 days, now a full week to prepare for the trip to Leyton Orient.
Yeah, exactly. We have a bit of time now. It's been a busy few weeks, you know, with not just on the pitch, but obviously a lot of players joining us, and there's been a lot going on. So it's a chance for us now to take a little step back and just recover, refresh mentally, physically. Another away game obviously coming up. We've won 2 on the bounce now, and you know, for us it's about attacking every game and trying to win it. So we'll do our best.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Cheers.